Well guys, as I've covered before, between 40,000 and 70,000 care home staff are expected to quit or be sacked over the care staff's medical treatment mandate. The deadline for getting the first dose was the 16th of September, so anyone who's not yet done it is on the list for losing their job thanks to this government. You know, the apparent heroes of 2020 that are now going to be booted out of their job in 2021. It's amazing how quick you can go from hero to zero in this world. But apparently, as of the 5th of September, only 84% of care home staff have actually been double dosed, so that's left a lot to go for both first and second jabs before Thursday. Obviously, any suspensions, sackings or care home staff quitting is gonna, like I said, put care homes right up shit creek. In fact, many of them are already there with staffing shortages as I've covered before. And in fact, some are actually saying they won't have the staffing levels to operate safely and will have to close down, while some say they'll be forced to break the law to keep care standards up. Which I have to say sounds like to me these care homes are going to ignore this mandate should enough staff point blank refuse to change their minds, which is obviously going to be at that point already. And we also have to remember that the government at this point is claiming to be doing this to help people out, but I have to question how it's going to help when you're sacking carers at the end of the day. And let's never forget, at the end of the day, he must know that this plan of sacking healthcare workers is bad politics that could snowball into a shitstorm, you know, when a lack of care staff kills people for not having the medical treatment that they should. Now, it would seem that the government has realised the political shitstorm that this all could bring down on them and has slowly started walking back on it for now. It remains to be seen if this was just a bluff or this is actually something these idiots literally thought was a good idea. I say that because, as the article itself reports, less than 24 hours before the deadline for these first jabs, the government announced a temporary self-certification process for medical exemptions. So self-cert and keep your job because the threats didn't work out, and we need to keep you in your job because care home staff quitting makes us look like a bunch of cunts. I'm pretty sure that's what Boris Johnson has done there, because it certainly sounds like it to me. But it does really show that people power can win the day even if it's not done in a group decision. Just people standing up alone is enough to make the government backtrack in some cases, as we've seen here. Now, as I've covered before, this is also planned for the NHS and its 1.3 million staff. Apparently, they have something like 10 to 20% of these staff still unjabbed, so the government could be threatening to sack 200,000 or more NHS staff very soon. This is something I pointed out in a video the other day and is literally just batshit crazy if you ask me. But given the 24-hour self-cert backtrack that we've just talked about, it could well happen the same way with the NHS. We guess we'll just have to wait and see. But obviously, the combination of these two going ahead and losing so many staff will create an absolute disaster, which maybe Boris Johnson wants. It certainly seems like he does with some of the bullshit he's coming out with, but at the end of the day, this would be political suicide. If the public didn't turn against him for sacking doctors and nurses, which I think they would, you can be sure the public will kick off when family members are affected by NHS staffing levels caused by these policies. We've already dealt with 540 odd days of the NHS not treating us because we were told to fucking save it, when, as I've said before, its job is to save us. So you can be sure that people and their family members will be pretty pissed off if this bullshit goes ahead and they can't get treated. For now though, that's all I have on this story we've got here. Remember to check out the links down below to support the channel on other platforms, and I'll see you all in the next one.